Page 135, Love's Greeting. It's a very famous melody by Elgar. There's a few minor little things I'd like to bring out. We're still in the key of E flat major. In the right hand, it starts out okay, it's no big deal. Remember the melody is the top note. Bring out the melody. We want to hear break in the phrasing. So in the second line, last measure, lift up before you do the F sharp. Last line, first measure is okay. I recommend on the second measure you do the first chord with a 1-2, and then a 1-3, and then a 1-4. Want to hear the melody? The melody is... That's what we're after, and that's what I'm trying to feel as I'm fingering it. The last measure down at the bottom in the right hand, that is a G. Hopefully you can figure out that note. It's an E flat. And I'm going to hold that for 4 counts, by the way, because of the fermata. Now, in the left hand, look at the beginning of this. You have an E flat and then these other chords, these other notes. These together make up a chord, an E flat major chord extended. That's actually the fingering for it, with the 4th finger on the G. If you can, I would encourage you to use 4th finger on the G, not 3rd finger. Then you have to deal with the rhythm. Well, if you do a 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and, you'll be okay. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and you'll be all right there. Second line isn't quite so bad on some of it because you got all 8th notes. Just watch them very carefully. It may not be quite what you're expecting. Third line down, 3rd measure. I would recommend you play the A flat with 3rd finger, G with 4th finger, and then the last measure you can play the F with 5th finger. So you feel that thing. So, last line, 3rd measure with all those 8th notes. Look at this. They want you to do a 5-2-1-2. I don't think so. Well, I don't know where they're getting this at. It should be a 5-3. Stretch out, you'll get it. 2-1. This is a common pattern in piano. The stretch. Just as well use that fingering. Then for the next measure you cross over into a 2, 3, 1. Sounds weird, don't it? But that's what's written. I didn't make it up. It's there. So it's 2. The last note of the B flats with 5th finger. So when you repeat back up to the top, you're here again. Pedal will help you out here, but you get the idea, I hope. Pedaling wise, it's legato pedal throughout, but I like to hear break in the phrases. So if you would pedal accordingly, that would be helpful. If you don't understand how to pedal accordingly, please go back and go through book 1 again, where I explain it. Let's try this. It's in 2/4 times. I'm going to give us 4 counts, because 2 counts may not be quite enough. Now let's see if we can get through this in one piece. Right hand here. Left hand here, foot's on the pedal. 1 and 2 and ready and go and.